Hello, my name is Miroslav Reiter from Department of School Pedagogy and Psychology of DTI University in Dubnica nad Váhom in Slovakia. This presentation is about assessing creativity in technical vocation subject across different education system. Key focus is on comparing the tools and methods used to evaluate creativity in these courses. The presentation will provide insights from my research on this important topic in education. So let's dive into details and explore how we can better support and assess creativity in technical and vocation training. Creativity is essential in technical vocation education as it develops problem-solving skills and innovative thinking among students. However, assessing creativity remains challenging due to the lack of standardization and diverse evaluation methods. This presentation will explore creativity assessment practice in Slovak technical vocation education, highlighting common methods, implementation challenges, and best practices from various education systems. Goal is to provide insights into how creativity can be effectively evaluated in technical vocation subject. By understanding the current state of creativity assessment, we can work towards more robust and meaningful evaluation approach in this education domain. Technical education is not just about mastering core skills, but also developing creativity and problem-solving abilities. Creativity enables students to generate novel solutions and approach challenges with flexibility. As technology evolves rapidly, the capacity for innovation is crucial for employability in technical fields. Creativity, technical proficiency, and problem solving are all key competencies that technical education should aim to cultivate. By fostering these skills, we can prepare students for more complex and dynamic demands of the modern workforce. The challenge of assessing creativity is that it is multidimensional, encompassing cognitive flexibility, problem-solving, self-expression, and contextual relevance, making it difficult to measure with traditional methods. Conventional approaches like standardized tests often fall short as they tend to focus on correctness and procedural knowledge rather than capturing the depth and originality of student thinking. To gain a more nuanced view of student creativity process and outcomes, we need more flexible methods such as project-based learning, portfolio assessment, and peer evaluation. These approaches allow to us better understand the richness and complexity of creative thinking rather than relying solely on narrow measure of performance. European approach to vocational education emphasizes a competency-based learning with creativity as key indicator of student success. Countries like Finland and Netherlands explicitly incorporate creativity as transversal competence assessed through project work and collaborative problem solving. In contrast, in US, assessment strategies tend to be more rubric driven and analytical, favoring problem solving over open-ended creativity exploration. While American institutions have made progress in integrating design thinking and innovation labs, assessment practices still tend to privilege individual performance and measurable outcomes. These differing perspectives on creativity assessment reflect broader culture and education differences between Europe and US. Digital tools are transforming how we assess creativity and creative thinking in classroom. Interactive platforms allow for more process-oriented approaches where students can iterate on their ideas and reflect along the way. Online portfolios give students the ability to document the evolution of their work over time, showcasing a range of outputs. AI-powered evaluation can analyze student work across multiple dimensions, creating dynamic assessment environments. Real-time feedback through digital platforms enable immediate input from peers, instructors, and automated prompts to support learning. Traditional assessment methods in technical vocation education have focused on measuring procedural competence, factual accuracy, and correct application of standard techniques. These include standardized written exams, skill demonstration, and oral exam. While effective at verifying technical knowledge, these approaches are limited in capturing creativity abilities like divergent thinking or original design. Emphasis has been on reliability and precision rather than innovation and problem solving. We need to consider assessment methods that better evaluate full range of skills and competencies required for success in technical fields. Project-based learning allows us to evaluate students not just on the final product, but on the entire process of inquiry, experimentation, and problem solving that leads to the outcome. Portfolio assessment gives us window into evolution of students' ideas over time as they document their learning journey and showcase variety of outputs. Peer evaluation encourages collaboration, metacognitive awareness, and iterative refinement as students provide feedback to another. This slide provides overview of the research methodology used in the study. The study employed convergent mixed method approach, combining quantitative survey data with qualitative insight from selected vocational institution. The data collection involved a structured questionnaire administering 152 vocational educators and students, as well in-depth case studies from selected schools. The sampling strategy used a two-phase approach, first identifying schools actively implementing creativity assessment, then randomly sampling with these schools. The analysis combined descriptive statistics for quantitative data and thematic content analysis for the qualitative insight in order to identify patterns and best practices. Combination of quantitative and qualitative methods allow for comprehensive understanding of the topic. The survey structure and objective are designed to provide comprehensive understanding of current creativity assessment practice. We have grouped the question into key categories to address different aspects of the assessment process. Respondent profile question help us identify the roles and technical backgrounds for the participant. Assessment method selection allows us to determine the types and frequency of creativity assessment tools being used. Implementation challenges section uncover the barriers organization face in effectively assessing creativity. The perceptions and impact section gauge attitude toward the creativity assessment and its perceived effectiveness. And finally, the best practices section collect examples of successfully approach and suggesting for improvement. A mix of close-ended Likert scale and open-ended question provides comprehensive view of current practices while also identifying opportunities for enhancement. We see some outputs of our research. Project-based assessment are the most common assessment method used by 68% of educators. Practical tasks and prototyping are also very common, used by 55% of educators. And lastly, standardized written tests are the least common, only by 21% of educators. These hands-on experiential assessment method align with pedagogical focus on real-world problem solving in technical vocational education. Lack of standardized criteria is the biggest challenge, with 62% of respondents citing this is an issue. This makes it difficult to constantly evaluate and assess creativity. A limited instruction time is another major hurdle, with 48% of respondents noting this as challenge. Integrating creative assessment into already packed curricula can be difficult. Institutional resistance, misalignment with existing curricula, resources limitation, concern about objectivity were also significant implementation challenges. These findings align with research showing the need for structured frameworks and teacher support to effectively assess creativity in vocational education programs. Emerging best practices interdisciplinary project allows students to combine knowledge from different technical domains, leading to more innovative and cooperative solutions. Digital portfolios document students' creative process, enabling both formative and summative assessment of their work. Hackathon styles even simulate workplace condition, encourage students to think creatively under time and resource constraint. Creativity-focused assessment has been shown to enhance student development in several key areas: cognitive growth, motivation, adaptability, collaboration, and also lifelong learning. When implemented effectively, creative focus assessment can be developed not just technical skills, but also the adaptive expertise and entrepreneurial mindset needed for focus and success in 21st century. Creativity is crucial skills in technical fields where designers and engineers must navigate uncertainty and apply both theoretical and practical knowledge. The flow theory developed by Csikszentmihalyi describes how creativity emerges when individuals are deeply engaged in tasks that balance challenge and skill. Five-dimensional model processed by Lucas identifies 5 core dispositions for creativity, being inquisitive, imaginative, persistent, collaborative, and disciplined. Productive creativity model by Zelina and Zelinova emphasizes capacity to improve tools, design new processes, and enhance system efficiency through real-world problem solving and technical innovation. The goal of this interdisciplinary project is for students to identify real-world technical problems and work collaboratively to develop innovative solutions. Students from different technical disciplines come together in cross-functional teams to design and prototype their solution. Assessment goes beyond just evaluating the final product. It includes peer review, industry feedback, and self-reflection at multiple stages of the creative process. This allows students to get well-rounded evaluation and learn from different perspectives through the project. The key benefits are that students gain experience solving authentic problem, practicing interdisciplinary collaboration, and receiving comprehensive feedback to improve their work. Next, we see barriers to implementation. Educational environments often prioritize standardization over innovation, creating culture that can be resistant to creative approaches. Many teachers lack formal training in assessing creativity, making it challenging to effectively evaluate and nurture creative skill in students. There is a lack of clear frameworks and evaluation criteria for assessing creativity, making it difficult to integrate creative learning into curriculum. Instructional time is limited, leaving little room for open-ended creative exploration and experimentation. Standard and learning objectives don't always align well with the goals of creative learning, making it hard to seamlessly incorporate creative activities. The key training needs for teachers are assessment literacy, digital competencies, collaborative design, and reflective practice. Digital competence is about building capacity to use an assessment platform, digital portfolio tools, and other technologies that enhance creativity evaluation. These 4 areas are critical for empowering teachers to effectively assess and support student creativity development. Recommendation for practice: developing clear assessment framework is crucial. We need adaptable rubrics, guidelines that define creativity dimensions in technical context while allowing for flexibility across discipline. Investing in teacher development is key. We should provide targeted professional learning opportunities focused specifically on creativity assessment methods and digital tools. Fostering institutional support is vital. We need to cultivate leadership commitment to creativity as core educational outcome worthy of dedicated assessment resource. Strong industry partnership is important. Engaging external professionals in assessment design and implementation can enhance authenticity and relevance. Policy implications: creativity must be explicitly integrated into technical vocation curriculum standard with assessment guidelines with validate its importance. Policy coherence is needed to align curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment with broad innovation goals in technical education. And dedicated funding is essential for professional development, technology infrastructure, and assessment tools developed to enable meaningful implementation. Cross-national policy learning plays a crucial role in advancing creativity assessment across diverse educational systems. So, final conclusion, the path forward. The key takeaways from this presentation are the current state, needed changes, and future vision for creativity assessment in technical vocational education. Currently, there are promising developments, but significant implementation challenges remain. To advance practice, we need clearer assessment frameworks, better teacher development, and stronger institutional support. The future vision is a comprehensive approach that balances structure and flexibility as well as authenticity and reliability. This study contributes important empirical evidence from unrepresented national context, reinforcing the need for policy guidance, structure framework, and educator capacity building, embedding creativity more meaningful into vocational curricula is critical goal that requires concerted effort on multiple fronts.